feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't run away.
You know, just have to get some good words. Anyway, let's get on the Diddy train. Pause. Remember when Diddy did that album talking about Last Train to Paris? Did any of y'all get on the train to Paris with Diddy? Imagine being on a train to Paris with Diddy. Imagine what type of freak shit he was doing. All right, people. So we have the second lawsuit that was filed against him. And it's actually a woman named Joy Dickerson Neal. She's filed a lawsuit against Sean Puffy Combs, a.k.a. P. Diddy, a.k.a. Also Bad Boy Entertainment, also Bad Boy Records, and Combs Enterprises. Now, I got this up here because we want to figure out what's being alleged. Because Cassie has withdrawn her lawsuit, we will never know from her perspective the nuances and details about some of the creepy, weird, freaky, out of ordinary, abusive things that Diddy used to do. By the way, we're not saying that he was ever going to be punished criminally, because obviously for some of these things it's almost 20 years to the day. But it was making people aware of someone who we thought, who branded himself as Brother Love. And when a nigga brand himself as Brother Love, that all he cares about is love. And all he cares about is spreading light and giving back. That doesn't sound like the guy who has tortured or taken, advantage or, been the person who people fear, especially his partners. So that was a great rebranding. But we had to go look in other places to see, does this make sense? Cassie's not talking, but there's some old interviews that kind of allude to what she initially said. And then now, obviously, right before the expiration, we got to be honest, there is the expiration of this law, which is tonight. There's 2 more lawsuits that came down, one pretty much last night and one this morning. At least found out by the media. Could be more. We also have to admit that because Diddy allegedly paid maybe $30 to $50 million, the word on the street might be, if you did have a sexual encounter with him, sue him. Maybe he pays you, even if it's $1 million. It'd be $1 million more than you had before. So we do have the lawsuit here, and let's see if we could go over it a bit. All right. So plaintiff Joy Dickerson Neal. All right. She's suing Diddy. And this is the nature of the action. They say the plaintiff is bringing a lawsuit against the defendants to redress the substantial and lifetime injury she has suffered as a result of being drugged, sexually assaulted, abused, and being the victim of revenge porn that Sean Diddy Combs, or P. Diddy, created and distributed. Now, this is important, this last line, because Cassie, and again, most of this lawsuit, we have to try to cross-reference it with what Cassie said. Didn't Cassie say that Diddy used to film or photograph or some type of capture their freak-offs, and even though she wished those images or videos were deleted, when she thought it was deleted, he popped up and showed her a video that wasn't deleted? So this kind of goes in a frame of Diddy may have been filming, which, by the way, if we start thinking about why settle? Why settle? Why so quick? If Diddy knows that there are photographs, videotapes of some of his illicit behavior, and those might be attainable by especially one named Cassie, of course you're going to settle with her, right? Now, we have to remember one of the reasons why R. Kelly actually got one of the reasons R. Kelly's actually in prison is because R. Kelly himself as well had a archive of tapes of sexual encounters and other things with people who eventually, or who were at the time, victims. So if you're going to have a bunch of criminal activity on your personal hard drive because you think these are your little sex tapes and you're like a porn star, except the women on these tapes believe that they are not coherent, they're not consenting. That's a problem. So if you ask me, one of the reasons Diddy may have settled is because he knew he was a little bit sloppy. If you're into freak offs and some really weird shit, maybe saying no cameras at all would help you. No cameras from you, or maybe cameras from you, but like you could control that, I guess. But no cameras from nobody else. Clearly, there was a lax in recording and filming and showing to other people. That's why the revenge porn thing happens. But anyway, let's see if we can get to some of the details. Okay, great. Preliminary statement. Joy Dickerson was a college student at Syracuse University, pursuing a degree in psychology and filled with hopes of a bright future. While she did not come from a family with means, she was raised by a single mother who instilled in her high moral and ethical standards and a strong sense of civic duty. She was whip smart, beautiful, and aware that her good reputation was an important asset to be safeguarded. On January 3rd, 1991, which, by the way, we have to put this in perspective. January 3rd, 1991, how old or how long ago is that? It's been 23 years since 2000, and then 91, so 23 and 9, 32. It's been 32 years, right? It's been 32 years. What January? Yeah, it's not 33, 32. Okay. It's been 32 years since this happened. And they're saying that on this day, while on break from school for the holidays, she reluctantly agreed to an early dinner with Sean Combs or P. Diddy. They had many friends. By the way, I do have a problem with this right here. If she is a college student in Syracuse and you're filing a lawsuit against P. Diddy, even though Diddy in 91 wasn't Diddy like he was in 2000 or Diddy in 2010 or Diddy now, if you're a college student, unless I am misremembering, Diddy was never at Syracuse University. Why would you ever be around Diddy? How did y'all meet? And what enticed you to keep hanging with him? I think those things should have been established, if you ask me. But regardless, they continue by saying on January 3rd, while on school break, she reluctantly agreed to an early dinner with Sean Combs or P. Diddy. They had many friends. Okay, maybe this is their explanation. They had many friends and acquaintances in common, and she had appeared with Combs in a few clips of a music video. It would be nice to know what music video that was, okay? After dining at the Wells restaurant in Harlem, home of chicken and waffles since 1938, Combs pushed Miss Wells to keep him company as he attended a few things in the city. Getting into Combs' car that day was something Miss Dickerson would come to regret. During their date, Combs had intentionally drugged, that's a big accusation, intentionally drugged, resulting in her being in a physical state where she couldn't independently stand or walk. Driving first to a music studio where she couldn't get out of the car. Combs proceeded to a place where he would stay. Oh, okay. So they went to a music studio. She couldn't get out of the car. And then they're saying Diddy went to a place where he was staying, which I guess they're saying he sexually assaulted her there, as was his practice. But unbeknownst to Miss Dickerson, Combs videoed the sexual assault. Days later, a male friend revealed to her that he had viewed the sex tape, along with other men. Horrified, Miss Dickerson asked how many others saw it, to which he responded, everyone. Miss Dickerson's life went into a tailspin. She returned to college, but soon had to be admitted into the hospital for severe depression and suicide ideation. Am I reading this right? Or am I drunk? Ideation, yeah. Unable to function, she dropped out of college. Miss Dickerson struggled with her mental health and career progression thereafter. The sexual assault and public exposure of it caused her to suffer overwhelming feelings of humiliation, embarrassment, violation, and constant apprehension about who all viewed it. As Combs' success and wealth rose quickly, she tried to block his existence out. She tried to block his existence out. I guess this means as she tried to put her life back on track. By the way, it's interesting to see the typo. What this tells me, and I'm trying to call it fair. I don't know if Diddy did any of these things or not, but somebody had a lawyer rushing this. Really rushing this. They got typos in there. Bro, it's like you trying to do your homework before, like in the 5 minutes it takes for you to get from one class to the next in high school. It's going to be sloppy. You're rushing. You might have misspelled something, forgot a word, forgot a symbol, whatever it is. That's what it sounded like, right? Okay. Still today, Miss Dickerson continues to work on her emotional health, economic recovery, and finishing her college degree. Seeking accountability from Combs. Hold on. Under the law is one more step in that journey. Okay? Now, they're going to quote the Adult Survivor Act, which we see here. But let's see if we can find a little bit more in the details. Here we go. Okay. So these are some like facts. This Sean Combs, known as Diddy, Puff Daddy or Diddy, is a Grammy Award-winning musician. At all relevant times, he was a resident of New York State. Prior to the release of Combs' debut album in 1997, he was a prominent member of the New York hip-hop community. From 1990 to 1993, he was known for working as a talent director at Uptown Records. He was known for throwing parties that attracted thousands of attendees, including the who's of the hip-hop world. In 1992, he founded Defendant Bad Boy Records. In 2008, he was the first male rapper to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. 2022, Forbes estimated that Combs was one of the wealthiest hip-hop artists in America, that his net worth was over $1 billion. Upon information and belief, he has a history of committing physical and sexual violence against women, as documented in publicly available lawsuits and extensive media coverage. Okay, to be fair, 21 tells me this is a clout-chasing lawsuit. Y'all are using and weaponizing the fact that Cassie sued him, right? And we're not calling Cassie a liar at all, but Cassie sued him. And y'all are saying, hey, we think he has a history of committing sexual and physical violence against women because it was documented in very public available lawsuits and media coverage. The only media coverage and lawsuits that we knew about before, like 3-4 days ago, was the one from Cassie to Diddy, right? Okay, 22. On May 8th, 2017, Cindy Ruida Combs, a personal chef, filed see? They're just trying to bring up other people saying Diddy's a creep. So this is a chef that sued him, right, in 2017. In 2019, an ex-girlfriend, which, by the way, was recently, as of this year or last year, beefing with, what's her name again? Young Miami for Diddy. They said she detailed in the interview how he physically abused her. On November 16, 2023, Cassie Ventura. See, this is what I'm saying about, this is a sloppy lawsuit. Cassie Ventura. No, it's Cassie Ventura. That's Cassie's real, and by the way, it's not even Cassie Ventura. It's Cassandra Ventura. Cassie is a pseudonym. It's a nickname. So when your law firm who's trying to rush this lawsuit to get it in because they're hoping for some payday, they're misspelling shit, okay? And part of them misspelling shit is them calling Cassie, trying to use her real document or government name, but using Cassie then Ventura. It's Cassandra Ventura. So we already seen a couple of mistakes on this lawsuit. An artist signed to Bad Boy Records filed a suit in the Southern District of New York alleging that Combs forced her to film herself having sexual encounter with a sex worker. Given the extensive coverage of Combs' abusive treatment of women, defendants, Bad Boy Records, and Combs Enterprise had knowledge and were put on notice of the sexual abuse allegations made against them. Okay? All right. So it speaks really quickly about Combs Enterprise and Bad Boy Entertainment. Then it does some factual allegations. The plaintiff grew up in New York City and was raised by a single mother. In 1987, the plaintiff began attending Syracuse. So if she started attending Syracuse in 87 and she said Diddy did it in 91, that would be probably her senior year because it would be 4 years later, right? She started attending in Syracuse, 87. Diddy started fucking with her, allegedly, or did whatever he did to her in 91. Okay, I'm going to read that cheer in a second. Plaintiff majored in psychology. She was the plaintiff was a hardworking student who balanced her studies while also working at a server at Wells Restaurant in Harlem, New York, to pay for her education. Okay? Plaintiff was looking to make a foothold in the music industry and had worked as a receptionist at Apple One, a renowned talent agency, and as a location scout for Gary Brewer, a industry cameraman. Plaintiff also collaborated with Chuck Stone, a film director. Okay, so they're qualifying themselves to say how they met him, right? Plaintiff met Sean Combs and learned of his reputation. Okay. On repeated occasions, Combs pursued plaintiff for a romantic or sexual relationship. However, plaintiff had heard that Combs had the history of treating women badly and rejected Combs' advances each time. In fact, Sister Soldier, a rapper from the Bronx, pointedly asked plaintiff why she and Combs had been featured together in a music video for Straight from the Soul. Whoa. Okay, maybe we can find this woman. She had asked why she and Combs had been featured Straight from the Soul. Chat, let's find this. By the way, I gotta take a piss in a second, chat. Chat, you know, when you locked in here with the chat niggas and Big Act, man, we about to break everything down. No stone goes unturned. So let's go to that music video. Straight from the Soul. Straight from this Diddy. Apparently she's in this video with Diddy.
Calm your neck, bro.
Is Diddy in this?
I'm hostile, and I kill next. To start, you best win out on the soul.
Is Diddy in this?
From the soul. Straight from the soul.
Oh, I know this song. Let me know if you see Diddy. Is this Diddy? Nah, ain't Diddy. Where's Diddy at?
Hold on, you mean finesse?
Okay, let's watch the intro.
I'm moving, calm your neck, bro. Hold up. Hey, who's that? Yo, that's that Jeremiah Song shit. Yeah. Hold on, you mean finesse?
Which one's Diddy? Somebody said 2:30. Y'all love y'all. That's him. Is this her? Chat, don't move a fucking muscle. I gotta go take a piss. Don't move a fucking muscle. We got him, y'all. We got him. I gotta take a piss, y'all. Hold up. y'all. Damn, y'all are good. What the fuck? My old keyboard. Somebody said wash hands. I ain't even gonna cap. I ain't wash my hands, but like I ain't touch my dick. I just like pulled my pants out. Come on, man. Like you know one of them ones you ain't touch your dick type shit. You just come on, man. My shit on autopilot. Stop playing. I am gonna wash my hands, but come on, stop playing with me, man. Anyway, okay, this Diddy. Is this her? Is this her? Beautiful melanated queen. Okay, I see what's going on. I mean, Diddy was trying to look smooth here type shit. Bruh, if... For real, I gotta go wash my hands now. I was trying to get back. I gotta go wash my hands. I'd never touched my dick the whole time I peed, I promise y'all. I still gotta wash my hands. I just like pulled my pants down like my thing. It was just like my shit know how to shoot type shit. I gotta wash my hands. Y'all serious right now? This is what y'all about to do? I know y'all work with... First of all, I'm not like them people, like, because I'm like y'all in a sense where, like, you ever go into the, like, bathroom at your job, and you know that one coworker who always want to dap you up, you just seen that nigga piss, and he walked straight out, you ain't hear no, like, or you saw him come out of the shit, you know, he just took a shit, and you ain't hear no water, no nothing, he just walked straight out. I'm not that. I'm like in the crib. I gotta use hand sanitizer. I got some hand sanitizer right here. I do? Nah, it's lotion. All right, I'm about to wash my hands then. Somebody said real niggas don't wash after a piss? Nah, I can't get down with that, gang. You about to make me sound nasty now. Oh, man. Somebody say, yo, act, go wash, and you got to clean the tip. Like, whoa. Bro, I don't know what type of leaky dick shit you on, brother. Like, ain't no cleaning it. Yo, all right. I'm going to wash my hands real quick, man. Y'all niggas is fucking with me real quick. But anyway, we got Diddy. By the way, we're going through the lawsuit. We're right here. She said Sister Soldier asked the girl why was she and Diddy in the video together, okay? And plaintiff understood that Sister Soldier was warning her to stay away from Combs. I thought Diddy in 1991 wasn't that big. Did Diddy have a reputation? Okay, we're going to figure this out. I'm going to wash my hands. I ain't going to lie. I'm going to wash my hands. Y'all got it. Y'all got it, gang. Y'all got it. I still even got the water on my hands. Anyway, come on, man. Let's get back to it. All right, cool. So Sister Soldier was telling the girl, don't hang with Diddy type shit. Chat, is this the only still they're like seen together? Oh, wait, here we go. Oh, ooh, we get to see a little bit of her face. Okay. This is Diddy and her. Okay. Okay. You see what's going on? Oh, they were featured multiple. That nigga was licking the lips like LL. Okay. All right. We see what's cracking. All right. Good. So we're on par. We kind of know what she looks like. I don't want to dox her. She's not really that popular. And also, you know, I don't want to like sit here and make everybody go comment on under her socials. Like a nigga gonna send me today her LinkedIn like shit. I'm like, yo, chill. Let's, you know, nobody really knows her like that. So let's just read the allegations. If it sounds like bullshit, we call it bullshit. Okay, cool. All right. So they're saying the woman understood that Sister Soldier was giving her a warning to stay away from Sean Diddy Combs. And finally, on January 3rd, 1991, during her winter break, Miss Dickerson reluctantly agreed to meet Combs in New York City. Now, I want to be very clear, and I want to give context to this. I don't know how shit was in 1991, but if you're in college and you're doing music videos and you're mixing with the music industry and you're kind of around, I would imagine that, again, even though she's majoring in psychology, she's probably networking a bit, right? I'm not saying she's hoeing, she's networking a bit. She's at least on the scene. Because they're not coming to a book nerd who's in college in her junior or senior year saying, we need you for a music video. You're hanging out in some of these places. You're going, somebody who knows somebody. That's how these things happen. Like, are we going to be honest about this, right? So that's what I'm expecting is probably going on, right? Not saying nothing is wrong with that, but we have to, like, if your sister's going to college, she's not going to be in a Future video or a Gunna video or a Lil Baby video unless she's in the clubs, unless she's at studios, and people might be like, oh, hey, you look good, you should pop in a video, right? That makes sense. Okay. So during her winter break, she reluctantly agreed to meet him in New York City. Again, wary of being alone. She's wary of being alone with him. She chose Wells Restaurant in Harlem, which is a familiar environment as she worked there as a server and knew the employees. At Wells, the plaintiff began to feel more comfortable as her and Diddy engaged in conversation over food and drinks. Later in the evening, plaintiff had to utilize the restroom and left her drink unattended. Combs indicated he did not want the date to end and asked plaintiff to join him in doing some errands he had to run around the city. Okay, this is like a non sequitur. If you don't know what that means, it means two things that don't. The preceding thing doesn't make sense for the next thing we hear. So it's like when you say you used the restroom and left your drink attended, I'm assuming you're about to tell us something to do with what happened while you were at the restroom or what happened when your drink was attended. Instead, she said, oh, Combs just indicated he didn't want the date to end and asked the plaintiff to join him in doing some errands. Anyway, so it basically skipped the whole part so she doesn't even really make the accusation that Diddy put something in her drink, but this statement alone leaves it up to your interpretation to make it feel like he put something in her drink, right? Be like, later in the evening, she went to the restroom and left her drink unattended. But she never accuses him of putting anything in her drink. But if you read that, you're like, oh, so that's where he drugged you, though. But she never actually claims that, which, again, I'm telling you, this lawsuit is written differently than definitely the Cassie lawsuit. Cassie lawsuit was very specific, and it looks like if it was going to come to blows, she was going to stand on a lot of what she said. This seems, we're trying to make you look as creepy as you can, that maybe you could just settle with us, right? Okay. While driving with Combs in the car, he produced a blunt and asked the plaintiff to take a hit. The plaintiff politely declined, but Combs was insistent that the plaintiff should roll with him and promised to have her home at a decent time so she could study. Feeling pressured, she reluctantly took a hit of the blunt. From that point on, her memory is incomplete. What movie does this remind you of? Like, it reminds you of like Training Day. Take a hit. To catch a wolf, you have to be a wolf. Like, oh, this sounds like some Training Day shit, right? Anyway, she took a hit of the blunt, and after she took a hit of the blunt, she can't remember nothing else, or it's incomplete, as she says. She does recall though that Diddy brought her to a music studio, and when she attempted to exit the car, her legs felt rubbery and was unable to stand. The plaintiff, so the girl, next recalls being outside of residence where it seemed that Diddy was living, except he rang the doorbell. A man who was the acquaintance of both the plaintiff and Diddy answered the door, and the woman said she recalls that being odd, as she believed, perhaps mistakenly, that it was Combs' home. While in the home, Diddy allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, even though this thing says definitively, says Combs sexually assaulted her. Plaintiff recalls feeling humiliated and hurt Yet she couldn't escape the assault because she felt drugged. Plaintiff lacked the physical ability or mental capacity to fend Combs off. The next day, the woman vaginal area hurt in a way that she had never experienced from any prior consensual sexual encounters. Feeling confusion, pain, embarrassment, and shame, she did not go to the hospital or report the assault to the police, and she sought refuge in her apartment, avoiding any outside contact. This is going to be very important. Remember, she said all this happened. She didn't go to the cops. Cool. The next day, the plaintiff broke down and tearfully recalled Diddy's sexual assault to her best friend. Shortly thereafter, Devontae Swing, a member of the R&B group Jodeci, told the plaintiff that Combs had filmed himself sexually assaulting her and shown the video to Swing and others while at the studio. The plaintiff asked Swing, who had seen the video, and he replied, "Everybody, nigga." Plaintiff was mortified as she learned that Combs had filmed the assault and knew it would haunt her for the rest of her life and career. Swing told the plaintiff that he wanted to speak up against Combs, but he was fearful that the band will lose their record deal. By the way, Devontae Swing, or whoever this guy is, he seems to be very integral to this lawsuit. And I don't know if he's still alive or he has Instagram, but people should be asking him like, yo, bro, is that true? Again, usually these guys, if they don't plan on going to the stand, they'll just denounce it immediately. Like, nah, they're lying on me, blah, blah, blah. But if he actually is going to speak up against Diddy, he would be quiet, if you ask me. Cool. Plaintiff was mortified she learned that Combs had filmed the assault and knew it would haunt her for the rest of her life and career. Okay, cool. Jodeci was in the midst of recording a studio album, Forever Lady, for which Combs was doing the A&R. In the coming weeks, the plaintiff did her best to pull herself together and so she could return to Syracuse University. Despite this, plaintiff experienced traumatic flashbacks of the assault, extreme sleepiness or sleeplessness for days on end, social withdrawal, and would recoil at even the most basic physical touch. Plaintiff felt physically unable to leave her dorm at Haven Hall, thus she was frequently absent from classes. She had an ability to focus and concentrate, and her mind constantly replayed Combs' assault and leading her grades to plummet. Oh, wow. The girl's mother grew so concerned with the plaintiff's sudden downturn in emotional state and repeated assertions that she no longer wanted to live. Oh my God, she was suicidal. That the plaintiff mother instructed her to go to the emergency room. The girl was admitted into a psychiatric unit to treat her emotional trauma, and physicians diagnosed her as experiencing clinical depression. After the woman was discharged, she continued to experience emotional turmoil as everyday interactions triggered her memories of the assault. Plaintiff also became socially isolated as her classmates labeled her crazy as they learned of her admission into the psychiatric unit. As she began to recover, she desperately sought to hold Combs to the account or to account for the crimes he had committed against her. Plaintiff's mom told her to contact Pastor Kevin Butts of historic Abyssinian Church in Harlem, New York. However, plaintiff felt too ashamed to speak with the pastor because he thought she would judge her. The plaintiff filed a police report in New York and New Jersey and spoke to several prosecutors hoping to press charges. Members of law enforcement told plaintiff that her allegations would need to be corroborated by several witnesses who had experienced similar assaults. Plaintiff also approached various friends, acquaintances, and colleagues to assist her in locating the revenge porn tape. Colleagues told the girl that she was terrified that Combs would retaliate against him and that they would lose future business and miss music opportunities if they made a statement in support of her. And Combs' star was on the rise in the 1990s. He had experienced great success with the launch of the career of Notorious B.I.G., whose hit single Juicy had charted on Billboard. Some potential witnesses were afraid of Combs' wrath as he was known to be violent, while others declined because they feared they would not be invited to his future parties and events. They said Combs actually tried to dissuade her from reporting him. They said, despite her emotional pain, she continued to work in the music industry and began working for Stress Management, a DJ management company that represented DJ Funkmaster Flex and others. At Stress Management, a plaintiff's supervisor was Jessica Roseblum, who was known for creating Mecca, a party series where many New York hip-hop legends perform. Plaintiff helped Rosenblum parties and also acted as a personal assistant by completing errands she had. One night, the plaintiff was working at the parties, and when she unfortunately ran into Combs, did her best to avoid talking with him. Despite her efforts, Combs backed her into a corner and inappropriately confronted her. Combs dramatically got down on his knees before insisting that he wanted her to believe him when he said he did not do what she was saying. Rosenblum noticed Combs' odd behavior and asked why he was begging for forgiveness. Plaintiff merely told him that Combs had wronged her and was afraid of divulging more, as Rosenblum also worked often with Diddy. After working for Stress Management, Plaintiff began writing music video treatments. However, Plaintiff realized she could not continue in the music business as Combs' star continued to rise and his presence was inescapable. Plaintiff decided to try her hand at screenwriting and ended up moving to California, moving thousands of miles from the location of the assault. Plaintiff had always wanted to work at a record label, but she knew that dream had cratered as Combs continued to garner multi-platinum albums and win Grammys. Plaintiff had spent years trying to recover from the emotional trauma she experienced at Combs' hands. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the plaintiff spent hours reading her journal, digitizing them. However, she felt physically ill once she reached the time period in which she had met Combs. Plaintiff could not stomach continuing with the project. It was the filing of the lawsuit about his abuse of Cassandra Ventura, obviously they're spelling it wrong again, that forced her to face his assault again. After reading about this lawsuit, Plaintiff spoke to an ex-boyfriend for the very first time in years after reading her lawsuit. During this conversation, the plaintiff's ex recalled how she would become physically ill and recall every time his music was played or his name was mentioned. Still hoping for justice, plaintiff brings his case against Combs now. While many years has passed, his illegal conduct has cast a shadow over her life. Years later, plaintiff has continued to see mental health providers who have aided her in recovery and treated her for PTSD. Oh my God. All right. As I said, this is only the beginning. Only the beginning. There's a lot more to come, okay? Do I think Diddy's gonna let me give some perspective. Do I think Diddy's gonna sell that? No. He's not gonna sell that. I don't think the latter two, and by the way, here's the last lawsuit. So the one I just read verbatim almost is the second lawsuit. And the third lawsuit comes from someone who doesn't give up their name, right? You know, obviously this woman was featured in the video with Diddy, so it's probably hard for her to hide her, presence. But there's a third woman who's suing Diddy, right? It says Diddy sued by a third woman for rape and choking. It says he's been sued by somebody who is going to be represented in court as Jane Doe. What that means is that person wants to protect your privacy, which means, it could be a celebrity, but I would think it's not. But maybe it is a celebrity. It's a Jane Doe, which means the person wants this situation or case with Diddy to go without personal judgment or vitriol or hate or whatever that people might bring to him because she, potentially might get charged, okay? Again, according to the lawsuit for the third one, it brings into account Aaron Hall, And I'm gonna play you a clip from here in a little bit. But anyway, the woman, the Jane Doe woman in the third one says he took turns raping her and one of her friends, I'm guessing a woman, in 1990 or 1991. The lawsuit alleges the woman and her friend met Diddy at a record event, and Diddy had began flirting with them, buying them drinks and during the event. The woman claims that Diddy and Hall took the woman to Hall's apartment where she offered more alcohol and coerced them into having sex with Diddy. She says she was traumatized, and then as she lay in the bed, Hall came in, pinned her down, and raped her. She says her friend was also raped by both men. She said a few days later, Combs went to the woman's home and became enraged. He was irate and began assaulting and choking Jane Doe to the point she passed out. She was searching for her friend because he was worried that she would tell the girl he was with at the time what he and Hall had done to them. The New York lawsuit, first reported by Rolling Stone, claims she went to the doctors, told her family and friends about what happened. As you know, okay. Wow. That is interesting. By the way, the bodyguard comes back into play yet again. And the bodyguard keeps giving us context of what the fuck was going on. But listen to this.
Also in this lawsuit, man, this lawsuit is crazy, man. She alleges that, Diddy, he made her hire and have sex with male prostitutes while he recorded it and masturbated.
Lights, camera, action.
Wow.
He do it all. Yo. What you gonna say about that, bruh? You understand? He didn't want it to come back to him in a way, he hiring the people. He gonna put it all on her. Cause she knew what he liked. Cause she wasn't just hiring it for her. Don't get that effed up, Art. If you think that she was just hiring those male prostitutes for herself, nah. Bruh, I was in one of those exotic bookstores with him. I saw this dude pick up butt plugs. And that's the first time I ever seen some shit like that. And when I said, yo, my man, what you getting this for? He said, can I do my shopping by myself? And I said, yeah. And when I looked up there, it said butt plugs. I bust out laughing and went to the front door. So you heard the rumors. I knew I should wait outside of Turkish baths for him. You know what they do in the Turkish baths?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't? Okay. That's where a lot of gay men meet.
What?
And they all take hot baths together. To each his own, though, bruh. But that's a lot of that these guys get into when they start having certain meetings with certain people and they meet them at the Turkish bath and they do their meetings and they meet their people in those type of situations where they're comfortable at. So they don't have to worry about their indiscretions coming out. You mean? You understand what I'm saying? So that's why, twice, sometimes 3 times a week, me and the driver be outside. He'll run into the Turkish bath. Got that big ass tub at home, but you want to go. No, go ahead.
So according to this security guard, they're saying that yeah, Diddy did through whatever means hire male exotic workers, but it was for him, not necessarily for Cassie. That's odd. By the way, there's another Gene Deal interview here. By the way,
Yeah, this lawsuit is wild, man. You know, she also claims that, you know, Diddy, he was trying to control her personal life. And, you know, she was scared of losing her record deal if she refused his demands.
I could believe that. Yo, bro. I never seen him treat Miss Lopez like that. You understand? Even when he was going behind her back and still dealing with Kim. He didn't want Kim to deal with nobody, bro. Like I said, I can't speak on Cassie or her statements like that, but I can reflect on the way he treated Kim. We would leave Jennifer's house. He would call a babysitter. If Kim was out on the town, we was going to every spot in New York City that the babysitter thought she was at. Do you hear me? Even when he wasn't dealing with her, he wanted complete control over her life, over what she did and how she did it. So that's not hard to believe. And plus she was way younger than Kim.
Wow, man. And me looking at this lawsuit, she say that, you know, Diddy, he forced her to do drugs. I mean, she recalled a time where, you know, Diddy gave her a blue pill and later on she found out that it was ecstasy.
That's one of Diddy's MO. I know a former record executive during the time that they gave Donna Ross that anniversary in California. One of his former record executives met with him. And I guess he was trying to pray with him or whatever. But he tried to give him a pill. That's his MO. He just showed you his hand. That's his MO, bro. All I can say is that he financed and supported the same thing he did with Cassie. Cassie is the same thing he did with Kim. Made sure that the drugs.
Chat, let me tell you this. I've been watching this industry shit for a little bit. Let me tell you this, man. I want to make, this is a prediction of mine. First of all, and I know some of y'all are so invested in this. Y'all like, oh no, when is he going? Diddy's going to come out of this unscathed. Unscathed. But what this is all going to teach Diddy is like the jig is up. Some of the things you used to do, some of the things you used to get away with, how you used to deal with people, it's over. What's going to be the result, I believe, is that the Diddy that we've heard about in the 90s, early 2000s, you'll never see that motherfucker again. Let me tell you what Diddy you're going to see. He's going to be the nicest nigga. He's going to give back a lot. He's going to be the most pro-women nigga. It's almost like, and I'm not throwing my man on, but it's just like, I think there was a time when even Charlamagne realized, yo, they finna try to come get you for some other shit. Nigga, you need to pivot to the we love women, woke mental health shit. Real talk. This is the real nigga wake up call for everybody. But this is on the highest levels. You ain't gonna see no Diddy. Like all that shit we're hearing about, this is a distant past. I think Diddy's realizing when he sit at Star Island right now, this shit over. And when I mean it's over, his career not over. But that image is over. What you're gonna see now going into the future, you're gonna see a cuckified Diddy. By the way, I kind of like, and I never said it publicly. I thought that's what that was with Young Miami anyway. Diddy don't like boisterous, loud bitches who act like they're moving at the beat of their own drum. That's not Diddy's MO and what he dates. But when you're trying to change your image, a good way to change the image with like, oh no, I'm just the guy who whatever she says I do. Every story we've heard since these accusations came out, Diddy isn't the, oh, anything to please you, baby, or appease you. No. Everything has been on some, bitch, you better do what I say, or I'm going to fuck you up. You know who Diddy we're about to get? Baby, you could do whatever you want. Hey, you know, it's almost like they pretend to be a cuck simp shit. Oh yeah, you got me under control. Come on. If Diddy was slapping all these hoes from way back then, you think Young Miami, the bitch is 30, you think Young Miami could get that nigga in line? Or do you think Diddy's smart enough to know, yo, they're catching on to my game, let me shape it up and make it look a little bit better because, do you get what I'm saying?
Was there.
And speaking of financing, right? She also said in this lawsuit that, you know, after Diddy would abuse.
Peace, self, cost. Bro, you don't understand, bro. My nigga, put it like this. Bro, I'm talking to y'all like I'm not in this industry, my nigga. I'm talking to y'all straight up, my nigga. Put it like this. You see all these niggas who was wilding, they was always wilding, and anytime you notice they switched gears and they became a new person, they found God, they started doing some other shit and started acting not how they used to act, is because they got in trouble, gang. That's a fact. Nigga, all of these niggas was objectifying women, violating bitches, all that type of shit. The first time they realized their career could get clipped from this shit, nigga, they on some other shit, including my man Charlamagne. Bro, the first moment, like, yo, they still on you for this shit? Man, fuck that. I'm on some mental health shit. I'm done clowning y'all hoes. Facts. Bro, this is how they get you. Factuals. This is how they get you, nigga. I'm speaking from the heart, nigga. That's how it is. Oh, yo, hey, you know you done fucked up, right? You know we got the shit that we about to end your career with, right? Nah, chill. Matter of fact, I'm about to rebrand myself. Bro, you think these niggas really grew up? These niggas never grew up, nigga. These niggas grow with the money. If the money was saying slander bitches 25-7 or 25-8 and keep getting money, that's what niggas would do. The money done told Diddy, yo, all that Playboy, take that shit, that's a dub, nigga. What you need to do now, you need a, matter of fact, I ain't gonna lie to you, Diddy, like, if you hearing about what Diddy been into, he don't like one woman. He's a complete on some degenerate freak off shit. You're gonna see a new reborn nigga that's pushing for traditional values on some shit like, nah, y'all dudes need to stop dealing with multiple women. He gonna preach. Diddy about to come back out of this and preach against everything he used to preach for. Facts. Let's keep it a bean. That's how it goes. Nigga, I was watching Charlamagne. I used to watch Charlamagne. He used to be like, yo, man, that nigga was the epitome of cheating. He nigga say, I love cheating. I'm like, I bet that's lit. Nigga, these days that nigga, he can't stop talking about faithfulness. I'm like, damn, I get it. I'm telling y'all the truth. This is how the industry gets you. They basically on some shit like, yo, what's up, bro? This is the only way for you to reverse it. That's how it go. Y'all niggas keep acting like I'm lying. You think Diddy has some like metamorphosis, some like, oh, I guarantee you, the Diddy you're gonna hear. By the way, I ain't gonna lie to you, when he did that interview on the Breakfast Club and he was talking about, oh yeah, you know, whatever, Now, whatever, Young Miami. First of all, that even sound like Diddy. Nigga, you a male chauvinist. Stop capping, nigga. Like, nigga, come on. You've been fucking all these bitches from like 30, 20, 30, 40 years. Bro, you on that type of shit. When I seen him say all that, I'm like, why this nigga acting like the bitches control him? You know why? Because he knew what was going to happen. When this type of shit happens, you gotta snip your own balls off. Diddy gonna have to snip his own balls off. Facts. All that take that shit. If he wants to continue in the public eye, Diddy gonna turn into the biggest simp. Like, what I mean simp, like, oh, no, the next interview you'll see him, I promise you. Mark, clip this. Next interview you see a Diddy, he gonna be on some shit like, my woman tell me what to do. Whatever she wants, I do. Listen to these allegations. Does it sound like his woman told him what to do, my nigga? No! He was on gangster time, and these bitches gotta get with it or get slapped. Facts. That's what he was on. But now, they threaten his livelihood. You know what he gonna be on? Yeah, anything my baby wants, she gets. You know what I mean? She write the checks. Listen, everything for my baby. My baby runs the show. Man, you seen how Diddy looked at Cassie when the nigga passed the mic to her? Like, man, I might kill both of y'all. What the fuck is y'all? You could tell Diddy was not on that. I'm just trying to tell y'all, when y'all see these little metamorphoses in these niggas, ain't real. It is fraudulent. Fraudulent. Let's keep it a bean. Fraudulent. Niggas only start simping for the check to stay good. I'm just saying the chicken just came to roost, or like whatever that saying is for Diddy. Yeah, you can't do that shit no more, bro. You old as shit. Like, nigga, Revolt not popping like that. You ain't got no music acts popping like that. And your liquor brands done dropped you, nigga. Yeah, you got some bread and shit like that, but nigga, you in mainstream relevant current day culture, like, niggas don't really care that much that you gonna be that protected. So now they exposed them. And yeah, he paid off one person, but now, you know, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think these other lawsuits, to keep it real, I don't even think they're really on some, I'm being very honest. I don't even think these other two lawsuits is on shit. These are bitches who, if you ask me, probably wanted to fuck, but it's a money grab now. It's a fact. It's a money grab now for Diddy. But here's the thing. That doesn't absolve Diddy from the fuck shit he was doing. The fuck shit he was doing was in the Cassie era. You bringing up some shit from 91, with all due respect, I ain't trying to disrespect that woman, but Diddy wasn't Diddy then. It's clear to me Diddy became some type of monster or a creep when he got money and power. And what that was is, you're going to tell me going into the 2000s and continuing. So when you tell me 91, man, Diddy might have always been a freak boy. Of course, like, we're not denying that he might have been a freak boy, but like, all this shit, like, Cassie kicked the door open. Because what y'all are suing him for, y'all just suing him to say he's a rapist. Cassie said more than he's a rapist. Cassie said he's a manipulator. He controlled me. He basically brainwashed me. He went way further than, oh, he just wanted some pussy and he took it. These two lawsuits that came about basically just said that nigga wanted some pussy and he took it. You feel me? This is why Cassie's lawsuit is so important. Because, like, first of all, one of y'all not putting y'all name to the lawsuit. Bro, what are we going to talk about that? And even the Dickerson chick, all right, cool, but it's like, I just read the Joy Dickerson shit. I'm reading this shit through. It's like, not only is there mad typos, it don't follow. I'm trying to follow the story. The story don't follow. You're basically just trying to say there was a time you weren't trying to have sex with him and he's a rapist. And I'm going to be honest with you. Again, this is me just put my personal opinion. Y'all could crucify me. Nigga, I'm speaking from the heart no matter what. I don't give a fuck about Diddy nor none of these niggas. None of these niggas really help me or work with me or nothing like that. So I don't give a fuck. So I'm just telling from my heart. What Cassie said, I low-key believe all that shit. Now, do I think Diddy walking around here trying to rape bitches? I do not think that. I'm going to just keep it 100 with you. I do not think that. But do I think that Diddy's one of them niggas? I think most billionaires are like that. If you ever see some of these guys who are super rich, bro, they have turned into and morphed into something else. Their money, their power is what has created this new monster. I think that's what Diddy is. Of course, Diddy wanted a bitch who would listen to whatever the fuck he wanted. Bro, they're at a birthday party. They singing happy birthday. Niggas blowing out candles, opening gifts. You know what he told her? Man, yo, the car downstairs. Yo, leave. We about to have a freak off. That nigga want to control. That nigga was on some other shit. But am I going to just believe any story that Diddy... And again, I'm not trying to impugn these women because maybe it is on some shit, but let's just keep it a bean if you ask me. Diddy is on some weird shit. Do I believe that Diddy was going around aggressively taking a pussy from these bitches? No. Diddy is like many people with power and money. They took advantage. Once he realized he had unlimited resources. And at that point, he was still dealing with women who were young and impressionable, who never seen shit. Of course he took advantage of them. I think. This is my opinion. These other lawsuits, they're just trying to get the check out of this nigga. Me, I read all these lawsuits and I'm like, man, I want Cassie to talk more. With all due respect to y'all, like, if y'all really do got a case, hopefully I get justice for it. But here's my thing about it. Y'all all trying to, by the way, both Jane Doe and this Joy Dickerson person, you know what they both saying? We never felt we had the confidence to sue this nigga or do anything against this thing. Well, one of them, Joy did say she went to the cops. I ain't gonna lie. The cops just said there was nothing there. I ain't gonna lie. But they all are saying we never had the confidence to file this lawsuit before until we seen Cassie do it. It took Cassie for y'all to do it in 33 years, my nigga. And I'm saying that because I don't think there's not a bone in my body that think that Diddy's like completely innocent of everything. But I ain't gonna just throw him under the bus for everything because we hear one thing. That nigga Diddy, in my opinion, knew he was foul for Cassie. That's why he paid that shit expeditiously. That nigga knew he was foul. That nigga knew he had her on some sex slave shit. Like, yo, listen, I'm on some real freaky deek shit right now. That nigga want to have a threesome with Ja Rule and other male nigga. Whatever the fuck he wanted to do, she had to accommodate that. He used to treat her like shit. She had to accommodate that. He paid up that expeditiously. These other people, I ain't jacking it, bro. Anyway, let me get back into this. We're going to play the rest of this.
That's his MO, bro. All I can say is that he financed and supported the same thing he did with Cassie. Cassie is the same thing he did with Kim. Made sure that the drugs was there.
And speaking of financing, right, she also said in this lawsuit that, after Diddy would abuse her, he would buy her gifts.
I remember times going to, he would never let us see him do the things to Kim. You know what I'm saying? Because unless we was in the hotel, because when he was in the hotel, when we went away, Puff always had the presidential suite. I had the suite right next to him. Like in the Swiss Hotel, the Ritz-Carlton, wherever he stayed at, stuff like that. Always stayed next to him because I was the one who had to open the door, let people in, let people out. When we go to Detroit, wherever we went, always had the room next to him. So my door had always had to stay open to the suite. So you wouldn't see him physically abuse them, but they may come out the room and you could tell something had happened. It's certain people that he wouldn't do his bullshit around. Heavy D, Wolf, and myself. But you could tell the after effect. So it's plenty of times that Gene, Kim ordered something at Gucci or whatever like that, and I had to go pick it up. Not saying that it was because he abused her all the time, but that's a form of what all rich billionaires, millionaires, rich big niggas do when they do something to these girls. Buy them off, pay them off. I got you, ma. Look, some guys think these girls will get their ass whooped by regular dudes in the street. Why not get your ass whooped by a millionaire? You'll get something out of it, which is crazy.
Chat, this is interesting to me. And I personally believe, obviously there's a lot of people caught up under this, new wave of lawsuits. But maybe the timing is odd. Jamie Foxx was the biggest name that may have shifted the argument away from Diddy that came out right after Diddy with Cassie. Do you remember a couple months ago, not only did Diddy go through his own health scare, do you remember when a couple months ago Jamie posted this? He said that they killed this dude named Jesus. What do you think they'll do to you? Fake friends, fake love. Do anybody remember this? They killed this dude named Jesus. What do you think they'll do to you? And by the way, if you know when people usually use that reference, it's usually meaning people close to them betraying them. Now, I'm not trying to make a link that there is none, but it's ironic that he went through a health scare, didn't say nothing about it really, even though people wanted him to speak on it. Never really spoke on it. Caught that nigga bowling one time, caught that nigga jogging one time. He's just back. Okay. Don't really know why he had a health scare, or whatever. But then, randomly, he posted a few things on social media, and it looked like it was a little bit like he was going off the deep end. I'm like, what the fuck? Is he okay? Which, by the way, I think he later deleted this. He also posted something else. Or actually, yeah. Somebody else reposted him, and he reposted something else. He reposted something else saying, Judas showed himself. Jamie Foxx, know them for what they are. This is odd to me. I have no idea if this has anything to do with Diddy or not. But I've never seen a situation where I feel like I'm on a cryptic treasure chest hunt for clues and for information that I don't know exists. Have y'all seen this? Apparently, this is one of the assistants. This happened when Cassie just came out. Let me see if I can find whose assistant she was. Kappa. Capadonna, Diddy's assistant. Anyway. Person said black women end up being sacrificed for the fuckery. Last 11 years of my life, I had to deal with everyone's nonsensical allegiance to the devil. I pray that ends. I don't think highly of any of you. Can't keep your head down and pretend shit is cool no more. Do better. There's another tweet. It says, don't take the path of the wicked. Don't follow those who do evil. Stay away from that path. Don't even go near it. Turn around and go the other way. Proverbs 4, verse 14. Doors be unlocked. You got to be willing to walk away from the money. Full stop. 2011 was hell. Tragic kingdom. Now, these are random messages that only popped up from these people's accounts after Cassie initially called out Diddy. They haven't said anything since. They haven't clarified. But it now leads people like me to be in a position of, what are y'all talking about? Why are y'all talking so cryptically? Why are y'all quoting Bible scriptures if maybe the person who you're scared of is a man? He's not a god. He might be rich, but he's like, why does everyone seem to approach and talk about these things with baby gloves? Like with the glove of like, oh, we can't really. It's odd to me. It's odd. She's quoted a scripture, Proverbs 4, verse 14. Let's see. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not into the way of evil men. Avoid it and pass it, and pass not by it. Turn from it and pass away. Now, we're not gonna like just be ignorant to like what we're seeing. It feels like there is maybe a slight attempt by the people in the industry to call Diddy evil. To say Diddy is someone who has probably done very, really evil things, but no one wants to speak about it directly. That's odd. That's odd, chat. Okay. So that's the first lawsuit. There's a second lawsuit. Now, of course, 50 ain't letting nothing go. And I'm also wondering about 50. How much did he know? So he's posted quite a few clips, including this clip right here. By the way, in the third lawsuit, Diddy is a co-defendant, and his co-accused is this guy right here, Aaron Hall. Many years ago, Aaron Hall did an interview with Vlad TV, and he kept talking about his sexual escapades. He kept talking about how well he fucked, this and third, who saw him fuck before. And while discussing it, he said this.
I'm a fucking to death. I like the fucking public, you feel me?
Yeah.
So niggas can't say nothing about it. Them square ass niggas, them precious cake little dick niggas.
Yeah.
I like for them niggas to see how I fuck. Like if you speak to Jodeci or Puffy or any of them niggas, they been at my house. They all see me fuck. They all know I'm a big nigga.
Yeah.
If a bitch touch my dick and she say my dick is small, then she's a lying bitch.
Yeah.
Tell her to name the tattoo that's on my ribs that says warning. You get this dick, I'm fucking you up. The thing is, a whole lot of niggas write about taking girls out to shop, taking girls to fly to Dubai and all that shit. Yeah. Bitch, close your eyes, we anywhere. You feel me? And my whole thing is this. I'm a fucking to death.
Okay. We can watch the full version of that a little bit if you guys want to. Actually, let's do it. What I want to play as well is Suge Knight responding to some of the stuff that has to do with Diddy. He dropped the episode today.
Aaron Hall III, my father's is Aaron Hall Jr. He's a pastor, so I just skipped over it like checkers. And my whole thing is that if you never heard a girl say that no fucked up trick shit about Aaron Hall, then you understand that Let's Chill shit is some real shit.
So that was basically like from some life experience?
Now, my whole thing is that I just think that girls think that a whole lot of guys, run after they shit. You know what I mean?
Talk to me. You can say what you want on there.
But a whole lot of girls out there with the umbilical cords, them young 1970s, 1980s bitches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They try to go up there with the fresh out the pussy shit and think they can get like a nigga like Aaron Hall. I'm historical dick.
Yeah.
They fuck with me.
That's right.
If they fuck with me, it's a big dick. Everybody know my son's mother. Everybody know that shit. So
yeah, that's glory, and tell them about it.
So when you put Aaron's on it, when you fuck a bitch for 3 days and take the bitch hand and take him out of the man's hand, then you a retired pimp.
Yeah.
But at the time, as soon as I came to South Beach, I just grabbed her, and she'll tell you the same story. I just grabbed her and fucked her for 3 days, then Aaron's got on her pussy with an apostrophe S.
Yeah.
Like it's Aaron.
I mean,
with
it was
3
like
colors on it.
Yeah, crazy glue.
And my whole thing is that if niggas can't handle me, I'm not gonna never let them get my last name. If you can't handle my dick, you ain't getting my last name. So I've been single for 50 years.
All right now.
A whole lot of niggas out there from Jamie Foxx to like Denzel Washington to whoever. Everybody know me.
Yeah.
So everybody know if I say it, I'm gonna fuck it to death. I like the fucking public, you feel me?
Yeah.
So niggas can't say nothing about it. Them square ass niggas, them precious cake little dick niggas.
Yeah.
I like for them niggas to see how I fuck. Like if you speak to Jodeci or Puffy or any of them niggas, they been at my house. They all see me fuck. They all know I'm a big nigga.
Yeah.
If a bitch touch my dick and she say my dick is small, then she's a lying bitch.
Yeah.
Tell her to name the...
By the way, in the second lawsuit, the person or the people that they say could vouch because they were witnesses to what Diddy did is Jodeci. In the third lawsuit, which mentions Aaron Hall is on tape, and by the way, it's all around the same time period. He's on tape saying, who would know how he fucks?
Any of them niggas, they been at my house. They all niggas to see cake little dick niggas.
Yeah.
I like for them niggas to see how I fuck. Like if you speak to Jodeci or Puffy or any...
Jodeci or Puffy.
Them niggas, they been at my house. They all see me fuck. They all know I'm a big nigga.
Yeah.
If a bitch touch my dick and she say my dick is small, then she's a lying bitch.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, that didn't end it all. Okay? So, we had Suge Knight, who dropped a podcast today, or the last 24 hours, talking about Puff.
He went out there and I didn't really...
And everybody know this. Street know this. It was from the pot. He done what Puffy did. As far as Puff doing the shit he did, it's only obvious what he was involved in. At the same time, right? Interscope Universe the same. They gave Puffy a deal in the first 50 million, 100 million, that project flopped. They turned around and gave him another deal, and that project flopped. But instead, you can steal my shit on some bullshit. Then when you really look at it, I look at it like this. What Puffy done, what Puffy did, or what Puffy do, is not a surprise. Everybody know what it is.
Hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs has been accused of beating and sexually assaulting his ex-girlfriend and singer, Cassie.
I mean, to be able to do that type of to a woman and other women, but it's not new. It's not like it's new news. Shit. Same time he beat the shit out of motherfucking what's the little girl name? Cassie or whatever. he had an assistant by the name of Capricorn. He felt Capricorn, Cap was keeping this shit on the low about if she was messing with Cuddy or not. Puffy beat the shit out that bitch. Not only did he beat the shit out of her, it was an Interscope person, the Interscope check that paid her to settle before he wouldn't go to jail.
You've heard of the golden rule, haven't you? Whoever has the gold makes the rules.
Now, there's a time where they say they're not going to put out records where people cuss and degrade women. Dre even did a thing on MTV, interview, and says, I would never cuss on a record. I would never call a woman a bitch. I would never say these type of things again. And I'm going to do only records without cussing. That's why they say they couldn't distribute Death Row, because my artists cursed too much. So they put out an album called Aftermath. First song was Who Been There, Who Done It, it flopped. But even the people who wrote all these songs never get paid. But then, or a motherfucker who's a bitch beater, they can do the Super Bowl and get an award. Puffy can beat the shit out of 2 bitches and they pay for it. And he get an award. And for his having somebody, you know, have male prostitute fucking your bitch, that's some weirdo shit. But it's not nothing new. Everybody know that Puffy beat the fucking Gus ran in for the longest. That's not like it's new news.
Wait, what?
Why you think him and Russell was friends?
Wait, what?
It was an Interscope person, the Interscope check that paid her to settle before he wouldn't go to jail.
You've heard of the golden rule, haven't you? Whoever has the gold makes the rules.
Now, there's a time where they say they're not going to put out records where people cuss and degrade women. Dre even did a thing on MTV, interview, and says, I would never cuss on a record. I would never call a woman a bitch. I would never say these type of things again. And I'm going to do only records without cussing. That's why they say they couldn't distribute Death Row, because my artists cursed too much. So they put out an album called Aftermath. First song was Who Been There, Who Done It, it flopped. But even the people who wrote all these songs never get paid. But then, or a motherfucker who's a bitch beater, they can do the Super Bowl and get an award. Puffy can beat the shit out of 2 bitches and they pay for it. And he get an award. And for his having somebody, you know, have male prostitute fucking your bitch, that's some weirdo shit. But it's not nothing new. Everybody know that Puffy beat the fucking Gus ran in for the longest. That's not like it's new news. Why you think him and Russell was friends? Not that I want to see Puffy go to prison or anybody else. I still feel that way. But at the end of the day, he'd never get charged or go to prison. I mean, he make too much money for the people that he basically worked for or handle business for. And when you look at it, he got lawyers, and her lawyers are smart also. They left something in, but they didn't go all the way. They basically went like, okay, they ain't gonna say he was participating with the men.
Chat. That is crazy. That's what I was thinking. When people are saying, why does Diddy settle? Remember I brought up the situation with Kevin Hart? If you all right, I'm making this up, by the way, chat. I don't know. Say I like, and I'm making this up. I got to keep saying this. Say I like my booty hole tickled. That's my thing, but it's like really taboo. Everybody would shame me for it. I get a chick tickles my booty hole. Cool. She now says, yo, I'm going to let everybody know I tickled your booty hole unless you give me ba 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 ba. Right? I tell this bitch, because she probably asked for mad money, bitch, kick fucking rocks. I'm not paying you shit. She keep asking me. She's acting like she's negotiating, but I ain't negotiating with no bitch, right? She then puts it out there. Yo, Ak gets his booty hole tickled. Yeah, everybody's like, oh shit, Ak is blah, 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 whatever. To me, it's already out there. Remember Kevin Hart. It's already out there. Or it's about to be out there. Just stand on it. Why settle? When you ask me the question of why did he settle, I believe what Suge said. Cassie dangled the carrot, but never put the entire fucking turkey out there to be consumed. That shit was going to come up in depositions. That shit was going to come up in additional and supplementary evidences and in discovery. That shit was not meant. That was the best way for her lawyers to tell him, nigga, I ain't playing. I'm going to say the male prostitutes was to fuck me. Pause. Obviously, I'm talking as I'm a Cassie. To fuck me. But just remember, you know you was sucking these niggas off after they pulled their dick out of me. Or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So I'm believing Suge right now. Suge in prison.
They couldn't distribute their flow because my artists cursed too much. So they put out an album called Aftermath. First song was Who Been There, Who Done It, it flopped. But even the people who wrote all these songs never get paid. But then, or a motherfucker who's a bitch beater, they can do the Super Bowl and get an award. Puffy can beat the shit out of 2 bitches and they pay for it. And he get an award. And for his having somebody, have male prostitute fucking your bitch, that's some weirdo shit. Yeah. But it's not nothing new. Everybody know that Puffy been the fucking Gus ran in for the longest.
This line is jumbled, but I feel like he was saying Puffy been have. Oh, never mind. He said Puffy been having his guts ran in for the longest. So basically, they're saying that Puffy been getting fucked. Then he goes on to say, if you think Cassie and her lawyers ain't smart, hey, they always wanted the money. It was always about the money. But the way you get to the money is not to expose the big secret that Diddy's getting fucked by men. That's the big secret, allegedly, right? If you just say, oh, okay, he was hiring men to fuck me, yeah, it's weird, it's kinky, it's on some other shit, he's on some cuck vibes, but it doesn't blow the top of the lid of what maybe Diddy was trying to conceal for decades. So that's how you get the fucking deal, right? That's what you're gonna hear him say.
That's not like it's new news. Why do you think him and Russell was friends? Not that I want to.
Now he says this. You think Diddy and Russell Simmons were fucking? Nah, no way. Y'all think Diddy and Russell Simmons fucked?
See Puffy go to prison or anybody else. I still feel that way. But at the end of the day, he'd never get charged or go to prison.
Pay attention.
I mean, he make too much money for the people that he basically worked for or had a business for. And when you look at it, he got lawyers, and her lawyers are smart also. They left some in, but they didn't go all the way. They basically went like, okay.
The biggest thing they left in. So this is what I'm hearing behind the scenes. And again, allegedly, let me just throw allegedly. I'm just saying it's all allegedly. Who knows? Whatever. They said, this is what people are saying. What Cassie described in that lawsuit was the tip of the iceberg. She didn't get into forced abortions. She didn't get into abuse while she was allegedly pregnant. She didn't get into STDs. She didn't get into other things like, for example, hey, listen, dealing with maybe someone who maybe been closeted them damn self. All these men, are they for Cassie's insatiable appetite of dick? Or maybe some of these niggas that Diddy's personally requesting, and remember what he was requesting, at least according to her, to find, he wanted her to find niggas with big black dicks. Perhaps those men were for him. Keep in mind, if we also go back to what Cassie was saying, Cassie said, at least, I don't know if it was always, but in a bunch of times they had the freak-offs, Diddy was in masquerade. He would instruct her, but not really. I'm creating a scenario in my mind, pause. But it's like, it was almost saying, Diddy was trying to be low key, not to be recognized by whoever these male prostitutes were. Yes, he was in a room, but he has a mask on too. It's not like he's in there being Diddy. This is a kink that he probably doesn't want people to know. What Suge is saying that her lawyer, and I'm talking about Cassie's lawyer, is smart with, the biggest thing that they put out is the rape. Otherwise, and I'm not saying these things aren't a big deal, the beatings, of course, but they mention other things that it almost makes Diddy just looks like a mob boss more than makes Diddy looks horrible. He blew up a man's car. Nobody's gonna feel bad for Kid Cudi. It's like, oh shit, Diddy's on time, man. Again, the worst part is the rape and the male sex workers. And I guess maybe you bring up the sex workers to let her know I could really detail what these sex workers are doing if you want me to, and I don't think you want me to. Anyway, let me keep playing.
They ain't gonna say he was participating with the male prostitutes also, because they now to make it like she was a part of it. And then they weren't gonna say he was, because they gotta leave some out and get them to settle for that $30 million. You know, they had those side meetings, like, shit. We didn't say the part why they were testing your guts out. Everybody know they've been testing your guts out.
What? They were testing out who guts? Whose guts was getting tested out, chat? By the way, this is a quick intermission. I ain't shit. Hey, I'm about to get to donations in a second, but for everybody who did cop the merch, let me give y'all a shout out while we're gonna get back to Diddy's guts being tested out by the male prostitutes. But for everybody who did cop some merch while we were on stream, let me give you a shout out real quick. Diddy gonna be trying to get your guts tested out too. Should I call your real name? All right, I'll just call your first name. Amanda, what's up? Lanier, Janeki, Luke, Brian, Mason, Stacy, Robert, Thahai, what the fuck? Or the Hull. Most Dope, Sherry, I see all of y'all. You know what I mean? And Travell. Thank y'all for our copy of merch. Anyway, back to Diddy's guts getting tested out by the male prostitutes. Holy shit. Y'all think if Diddy farts, it make a sound? Like, pause. Like, I might have to pause that, but like, y'all think if Diddy cut a fart right now, it make a sound?
Somebody, have male prostitute fucking your bitch, that's some weirdo shit. But it's not nothing new. Everybody know that Puffy the fucking guts ran in for the longest. That's not like it's new news. Why you think him and Russell was friends? Not that I want to see Puffy go to prison or anybody else. I still feel that way. But at the end of the day, he'd never get charged or go to prison. I mean, he make too much money for the people that he basically worked for or handle business for. And when you look at it, he got lawyers, and her lawyers are smart also. They left some in, but they didn't go all the way. They basically went like, okay, they ain't gonna say he was participating with the male prostitutes also, because they now to make it like she was a part of it. And then they weren't gonna say he was, because they gotta leave some out and get them to settle for that $30 million. And they had those side meetings, like, shit. We didn't say the part why they were testing your guts out. Everybody know they've been testing your guts out. So let's settle, or that's coming out if we have to fight it. So I'm quite sure they're gonna settle like ASAP. Right before the Super Bowl, a girl came forward and recorded Drake threatening her, had someone else threaten her, and what they was going to do to her and bring harm to her. A lawyer got it. At one time, Drake wasn't talking to Mike. Then Mike got it from the lawyer, took it to Dre. Now, Dre be silently giving Mike and Snoop money to try to help their shit. It's a cat and mouse game all around the industry. I mean, shit, Wale never spoke on the fact that what happened to him with Puff. Just like T-Pain was over there on the island, and And he claimed they were trying to get a little fresh with him, but he's probably going to deny it, but everybody know the truth. His people had to run a boat to go get the motherfucker off the island. But, you know...
Wait, T-Pain and Puff? Yo, T-Pain, don't tell me you gave that Tallahassee booty up to Puff. You gave that Tallahassee booty up to Puff? Oh, hell no. Is there a story? Oh, my God. And funny Puff Daddy story.
How do you know not to put your hand in a fire? Stop drinking. For your fuck ups. And the fact that you know the patterns, that's all it is. The whole world runs on patterns, guys. Now, I don't want to get preachy up in this bitch, but it's time to preach, y'all. As future you. Could have just stopped at the Bugatti. I could have just got the Bugatti by itself and just got rid of all them bitches. But you know, I could have paid more attention to my shit.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, listen, this might just be allegedly, but Diddy done fucked a lot of niggas up in this shit, man. This is crazy. By the way, this is alleged. I don't know if this is true. Diddy, you know, I don't got no sauce with you, bro. Don't blow up my car. Nigga, yesterday I drove my R8, nigga. I drove to my mama's house. Nigga, first of all, my car is like 2 inches off the fucking road. Nigga, here my fat ass on my back trying to look if the Diddy put a bomb under my shit. Diddy, leave me alone. Diddy. I live far from my mama. I couldn't ride a bicycle yesterday, bro. I had to drive the car. My fat ass is under there like a mechanic, nigga, and you know I don't fuck with no transmissions. So I'm under that, man, looking like, yo, if I see something beeping, I know that's a bomb. That's a bomb. Diddy got me. You feel me? Somebody said, remote start all your shit. That's good. It's cosmic leper. You right about that. Yo, what? Yo, if Diddy was trying to fuck T-Pain, Ja Rule, and who else? Who else other nigga? We just heard about some other nigga. And male prostitute. What do you think Diddy's type is in niggas?
Yeah. Because most of the things that I've been avoided it. I was so reckless and just saying, fuck it, I got money, I'm rich, I'm the best motherfucking artist in the world, I'm never gonna be broke, I can just keep doing this and I'll be fine. With somebody I've never fucking met. This nigga, I thought y'all said he was dope at music. He can't even fucking put a sentence together. Everything, you know what I'm saying? I was embarrassing myself in front of my, peers, and you're fucking 92.
Where's the Diddy story? I want to hear that. T-Pain in the studio with Diddy. Let's see this. Chat, let's see this shit.
Honestly, just hit every button in this bitch.
Hey, yo, man. Yo. Come on, man. I'm asking questions about Logic. Come over here, man.
You just go hit, like, just double click on different, like, I just really learned just by hitting every button in there, like, see what it do. I mean, just pull up some blank shit, you ain't got nothing to lose. If you break your computer, go get it fixed. And if I can just hit every button, if I can see what this is, see what this do, like, play something, and then start fucking with all these shits. Hit the loop button, then I start looping shit and keep going, and, you know what I'm saying, see what the transposition do, shit, you know. Just everything.
Call him, if that don't work, just hit everything. Just experiment. Just do everything. Message out to the black youth. Don't be afraid. Experiment.
Pause.
You know?
Hit buttons.
Hit buttons.
Pause.
Read some shit. Do some shit.
Read a book. Read a book.
I officially have permission to, use the auto-tune on this album. He didn't negotiate with me, but as a gracious offer of gratitude, I'm giving him a 0.5 point on my album just because I got extra points too.
Disregard any previous bad comments about Diddy. Don't worry about everything I said earlier.
So all the other cats that, I know that there's a list of cats that he's given permission to, Ye, Chris Brown. Wait, I don't know if they got permission. I'm just assuming. Ye, Chris Brown, Wayne,
That's pretty much it.
And now myself. I got permission, right?
Yeah.
I have permission. And he didn't even ask me, and I'm giving him, and it ain't no bullshit, I'm just giving him a half a point. That has nothing to do with whatever business relationship we got with these songs. That's just on the love.
Hey, Chad, can I ask you a question? Is it a possibility we got Diddy all the way fucked up, and he's just a genuinely not? Because I ain't gonna lie, this sounds like a cool guy. He's saying, hey, yo, because I'm using autotune, you're like one of the pioneers of autotune in this new era. I'm gonna give you like a percentage off my album. Like, that sounds like a good guy. That don't sound like a guy who's trying to suck your dick. This don't sound like a nigga who's trying to tickle your balls. Like, you know, play with your anus, like put a thumb in your butt. Like, this don't sound like a nigga like that. Maybe Diddy's misunderstood. Maybe niggas really got him fucked up. I mean, I get it. He got like shit like take that. But maybe he was like, yo, take that money, not take that dick. What the fuck? Maybe he was keeping it cool. He's been booling. Maybe we got Diddy all the way fucked up. He's a cool guy. We think he's over here like trying to find dick.
You know what I'm saying? That's not even prorated.
What they tell you about his bank account?
That's not even like pro. That's not like, you know, half a point of it. No, that's the half a point of off the album. Just shit constantly. And you know, I just felt like it was some fly shit to do. You know what I'm saying?
Very fly.
Yeah, we gonna sign up. Hold on, we gonna do it.
Go. Diddy.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem.
Question is, of all the artists you worked with, who was the biggest pain in the ass?
Oh, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
Especially for T-Pain.
And it's a fairly easy question. No, but I wouldn't say pain in the ass, but Diddy.
Pause. Pain in the ass, Diddy? Pause. No pain in the ass. Like, no ass pain. We can't be talking about ass pain. What we talking about Diddy right now? What we talking about right now, chat? Pause.
Was the most, what he called motivating, and it was a little discouraging.
How did that manifest itself?
It kind of, it was a 4-day session.
Okay.
And it
for
was
one song?
Yes.
Okay.
It was 4-day session for one song, and Diddy would just push you to do things that you would normally do. He tried to get you outside of your box. That's a little hard to do in, you know, a few hours. So, but he would just look for, you'd start something, I put one track on the beat, and he'd just be like, nope, that's not it. Go to the next one. And I'm like, oh, well, I didn't wait till I get the idea. And nope, next one. Bam. And it was just a lot of that. But I think in the end, him being a pain in the ass kind of helped me be better with myself. And when
Really?
I'm with myself, I push myself the way that Diddy would push me.
And did you work with him again after that?
I did not.
You did?
T-Pain needs a cameo.
I know. Meanwhile, by the way, T-Pain finished his drink in like 6 minutes, too.
That's the homie. That's the OG.
I love it.
He's still the OG. He's still the OG. I can't deny.
Let's go back to Suge, man. Suge was telling it all.
Gone through tour and bring home tour. I know you got it. At one time, Dre wasn't talking to Mike. Mike got it from the lawyer, took it to Dre. Now Dre be silently giving Mike and Snoop money to try to help their shit. You know, it's a cat and mouse game all around the industry. I mean, shit. Wale never spoke on the fact that what happened to him with Puff, just like T-Pain was over there on the island, and he claimed they were trying to get a little fresh with him, but he's probably going to deny it, but everybody know the truth. His people had to run a boat to go get the motherfucker off the island. But, you know, it's still the same shit. I'm not looking to see now motherfucker get caught up. And if they get out the first one or get out this one, anyone, they better watch because they still coming, you know. Puffy, I don't want to see you go down. But if you need a celly, I'm going to grant your ass my seal, boy. Had your cook game working, I don't want no head, but you're going to be cleaning the toilet. But at the same time, I'm not looking to be happy and aggressive because another black man did some fucked up weirdo shit, because it's not about Puffy, but Puffy had kids.
Damn, Puffy do got mad kids. These are the twins Is this one of the daughters too? We all know this nigga look just like Diddy. Like this nigga literally is like a clone of Diddy. This dude right here don't really look like Diddy, Quincy. And then this dude right here, Justin, not really. They said this nigga father is somebody else, some nigga named Wolf. And they said this nigga father is I'll Be Sure. It's word in the streets, man.
Got 2 daughters. I don't think it'd be fair for everybody to throw that motherfucker through the rules publicly because let's think about his 2 daughters. But at the same time, my kids, I have kids. Nobody gave a fuck. You know, my son, just had a son, social that's graduated from film school. He hears shit. My youngest son is Legend. Legend just turned 14. And we talk about everything. Always talk. All through the day. And my son said, hey, I love all Tupac shit. I still listen to his music. That's my favorite rapper. Fuck that, right? He says, why was these motherfuckers going around lying saying you had something to do with it, you killed Tupac? Knowing it's not true, but now they know the truth, or they putting it out there. They never not once have, I got apology, got reimbursed, or them attacking my mother, them attacking my family publicly for something I had nothing to do with. But when the shit flips, it's a lot of people part of that circle. You know, that circle of you can have a wife and you can have kids, but you're part of that hidden room.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
But it's going to come to a time where they better fix this shit, and what you owe me, you better run it. What you got mine, you better run it back. Because you might be to the age where you leaving this world, because we're all going to leave here. Nobody's going to leave here alive.
Wow. Jeez. Now, 50 Cent is not letting go, and he's not letting up off Diddy. You know what I mean? He says, well, there you have it, folks. The man said he liked to go behind the little man. He could knock the line and out the motherfucker. Must just didn't get permission this time. So basically, he's talking about Diddy again. He posted this Diddy headline with the soundtrack "Fuck You Tonight" by Big R. Kelly. But he says, and another one. Yeah, this nigga's hilarious. And another one. Yo, I'm telling you, man, you don't want to be for 50, man. 50 is a clown. I don't know why 50 hates Diddy this much, but I don't know. Anyway, he posted that there. That had nothing to do with Diddy here. He posted this about Diddy here. So now Brother Love has gone too far with this one. Didn't I say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? And then he posted this, which was the one about the second lawsuit. He said, yo, damn, I hope he all right. If you're cool with him, check on him. All jokes aside, this is a lot. Then he also posted, I told you. I said, and here they come. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know what the fuck is going on. This is crazy.
The book, because I'm not a rapper, obviously, or anything like that, but I've been in the business and been around the business.
Some of the things in the book cover Diddy's gay relationships, footage of those encounters, the men he slept with.
Here's the funny part about it. You know, I have no idea if Diddy's gay, but like if he was gay, if I'm him, I would just come out and say it. You know why I would say it? Because the reason why the public cares so much about so many of these issues is because they're hearing these escapades that they're categorizing as weird. And it's because of this, like, oh, is he gay? Is he not gay thing? So people are always going to read what somebody describes your sex life to be because they want to know if you're gay or not. Bro, if you're gay and I'm him, I would just say I'm gay, that people would care less about some of these accusations just off the fact that, okay, you know I'm gay already, so you're not falsely keeping up with and a story about an accusation where you know it ain't real, but you just want to know if I'm gay or not. I don't know if that makes sense, but I thought it did to me. All right. He posted when this guy got caught. I told you it was coming. All right. He says this is the movie surviving P. Diddy or Diddy do it or not. Did he do it or not? This nigga 50 needs help, man. 50 needs motherfucking help. Oh my God, man. That nigga need help. All right, bet. Cool. All right. So we got Suge Knight basically saying that some of these things already been known. Someone said, did he try to make May suffer and now he's going through it? Someone said, Accurate acting stupid, he's gay. Diddy has a lot of kids. I wouldn't lean to say he's just gay. If anything, if he did have some sexual, like, you know, whatever, I would probably say he's bi, right? Because he clearly likes women too. He has a bunch of kids. Look up Diddy party with Kevin Hart and Fabulous. In terms